Hello, welcome in guys. So we're gonna do some 2024 predictions. So let's let some people hop in here. So I'm gonna do some general messages to start us off, okay? Hello, welcome in. If you are a subscriber, we're gonna do a reading for you. So again, we're gonna do general 2024 predictions. And then I'm going to put the replay underneath YouTube as well so people can watch that. So if you can't catch this whole reading, that's where you can find me. So we're going to set the intention, okay, that we get exactly what we need for 2024. And we're also going to make sure that we get all the information that will be helpful for us. And then I'm also going to do some free readings as well. So as we get the likes up on the screen, after 2,000 likes, we'll do a free reading, okay? And so these could be literally anything, okay? It doesn't matter. You just let me know what it is that you need, okay? So hey guys, welcome in. All right, so let's see what cards come through here. Welcome in. Okay, so if you're a subscriber, you get priority. Okay. I'm gonna grab a pen actually. Alrighty. And so I'm gonna put the cards out here. Alright, there's one card that's flipped over. Okay. It's gonna be card number 1. So again, when we get up to 2,000 likes, we will do a free reading for someone. If you're a subscriber, you get priority. Okay, and we're gonna do some 2024 predictions. I'm just gonna grab that pen, I'll be right back. Alright, so I'd also love to know, how is your New Year's? How is your New Year's going? And Happy New Year to everyone. Let me know if you have any goals that you're setting. If there's a word for your year, I'd love to know. Also, I'm doing an event on January 3rd to help people with their goals. We're going to be doing a group reading and some theta healing. That's $29. Hi, Viviana. And so that's a very inexpensive to do a group healing group session. The replay is going to be underneath my membership group as well. And if you purchase this session as well and you can't make it, you can also get the replay for it. And so the people that are purchasing and go into the event, they're going to get the replay as well, but including the VIP and our pro level in the membership. Okay, Happy New Year. So Viviana, we're here to do some 2024 predictions. We're going to do some general messages. When we get up to 2,000 likes, we're going to do a free reading for someone as well. Also, if you want a 2024 reading sent over to your email, that's available. Also, the weekly energy readings as well as January readings. So that's something you can also purchase. You might find that helpful. So Viviana, do you have a question that you want me to focus on, or would you like me to focus on 2024 readings for you? What would you like? So while we're waiting for Viviana's answer, again, if you're a subscriber, you always get priority in a reading, unless, of course, we're doing some paid readings. But today, we're not doing paid readings, just working on subscribers, working on doing some free things here for you guys. Just focus on 2024. Okay. So I'm going to pull up 2 cards for you, okay? And then we'll also do some general predictions here, okay? So once we get the likes up to 2,000, we're going to pull somebody out and do a reading, or you can subscribe whichever way you choose, okay? So Viviana, you have the Empress card, okay, number 3. I feel a little sad for some reason, and one of the reasons why this sadness is coming through is because I think you're releasing a whole lot of crap from your past this year, okay? when we see the Empress, it's very feminine, it's very intuitive. So I see you doing some work in the healing arts department, which is basically the type of work that I also do. So I see you digging your heels in and really focusing and prioritizing on that. Good afternoon and Happy New Year. Thank you very much, and same to you. So that's one really good thing. So although there's a lot of emotions, it's actually very beautiful. So it says lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. Okay. I'd love to know, Viviana, as well, what is your New Year's resolution? Do you have one? Are you setting goals? Do you have a word as well? You have the wheel card. This is also telling me that in 2024, you're going to be finding that you also have a brighter outlook on things. So it's interesting. Sadness and also a brighter outlook. I think sometimes when we detox or purge old energy, it raises our vibration naturally. And so that's one thing I see for you is the vibration. Your vibration is really going to go up, I feel like, throughout the year. I'm getting June 17th will be a significant day for you as well, so you might want to jot that one down, put in your calendar, significant day for me, and then we'll see how it comes through for you. Okay, so thank you so much for being a subscriber here as well. 2023 was very rough. So what happened to you in 2023? I'd love to hear, guys, if you reflect back on your year. What kind of things did you learn? What did you experience? Hi. So when we get up to 2,000 likes, guys, we're going to do a free reading for someone. Otherwise, you must subscribe. And we're also going to do some 2024 predictions here as well. I was also sharing that I have an event coming up on the 3rd of January to also help you guys manifest some goals as well. It doesn't have to be manifesting goals. It can be anything, but I just think it's nice at the beginning of the year to start that off that way. Okay. So let's do some general messages here, okay? So for me, anyway, 2023, my dad died and my ex-boyfriend broke up with me 1.5 later after my dad's death. Okay. So I'm so sorry to hear that. So doesn't this make sense where with the sadness, with the grief, right? And the loss, and how throughout the year things are going to go up. I have chills all over me. So your dad is absolutely with you. And sometimes it's hard because we want them to physically be there to hold us and comfort us. But I feel like if you like late at night when you're put your head to the pillow, I feel like that's actually more when he's with you. Maybe it's because you're in more of a restful state. So just keep that in mind. If we want to connect to loved ones, sometimes we need to be in a space where we're willing to open up and receive that, right? I'm back at his house. Okay, very interesting. So yeah, so you would feel that energy in the home. Awesome. I feel like you need to light a candle for him. If you don't do that already, he's showing me a candle, which is interesting because I have mine right here. So also for me, so guys, once we get up to 2,000 likes, we're going to do a free reading for someone here as well. Okay. And that can be a subscriber as well. Hello, Wesley. Welcome in. We're going to put your name on the list as well. So for me, 2023, we sold our house. So we went through we had our honeymoon, and then like we came back and like we pretty much put our house up for sale, got the whole place staged and bought all this stuff in like 2 weeks, and then our house sold in like 2 days. So it was kind of an out of blue decision that we made, but it's because my husband had a dream to build on his family farm property that was abandoned, and it's kind of out in the woods. And I finally said, you know what? Hey, stop talking about this and let's do this, as we're talking about goals, that sort of thing. So don't forget, guys, you also need to take action. Take action, right? If you catch yourself saying, oh, I want to lose weight, or, you know, I really want to do this, I'd like to travel more. But then it's like, what are the action steps that you could be taking to do that? I just felt like sharing that as well. And then also like the sacrifice that comes from achieving, I feel like getting to that achievement as well. So for instance, then we are now living with my in-laws after we sold our home, because then, you know, you have to build and that sort of thing. And all the obstacles, all of the challenges, right? It's how we handle all of these things. So it's been a roller coaster, but you know what? I look towards the future in terms of the end result, right? So if you can keep that in mind as well for yourself, somebody needs to hear this. I feel like that end result, right? So if you can just visualize and those healthy reminders. Hi, I'm just new, just came across you. Well, I'm an intuitive healer, psychic, medium, and I do readings. I also do healing. I'm a yoga instructor. I am a reflexologist, Reiki master, you know, all of those certificate things. I have a background in psychology. So I help people with body, mind, and spirit. So I read energy by sometimes scanning your energy. Sometimes I'll go into your Akashic Records, which is just something I say to the universe as I step into your past, present, and future. And these records can give us information on basically anything if you ask a question. And I'm clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, all of the clairs, which are different senses that we use to help us read information. So I can read myself, but I can also read other people, animals, healing products, herbs, things like that. So I'm a empath, so I feel in my body as well. So I can feel, you know, like Rena, I can feel your energy, and right away I'm feeling emotional for some reason. I'm getting like that you're a really emotional person, just for instance. So all I have to do with practice now is just like not even set intentions. Often I'm just like energetically feeling me everything all of the time. And so I've had to learn a lot of boundaries and a lot of extra tools that probably a lot of other people don't need. But as a result of that, I've kind of started to teach people. And so I have a membership group where I have tons of programs and workshops. Hello, Heather. Welcome in. And yeah, I offer tools and support people releasing fears and blocks and limiting beliefs, things that they have, and I help them manifest their goals and their dreams and the vibrations that they want to feel in their body. And so it's a little magical, I will say, and it takes a long time to get to that point. So I like to help empower people, build more knowledge and tools so that they can basically get through this life in ways that are more therapeutic and happy for people, keep them on a health train as well. I also make products, I make herbal tinctures, and I sell crystals, and used to make jewelry, got too busy for that, but I also do intuitive art and things like that. I'm also a writer, and so those are more my hobbies, is the creative side, and so I've taken my psych background and started to apply these intuitive tools. Thank you. You would appreciate that. So, that being said, guys, I felt like kind of sharing my 2023, a little bit of that roller coaster, um, that we've all been on. Everybody's gone through a roller coaster in 2023. And so, we're doing 2024 predictions here as well. So, Osa Muskawasas? I totally did that, said that wrong. So we're gonna go to you after subscribers, okay? And we're also, as I was sharing, gonna do some predictions here. So, Page of Fire, okay? Page of Fire is coming up just as a general message because it really talks about our potential. And so sometimes we will, I'm glad 2023 is gone. Yeah, this card is really talking about like our unlimited potential. Okay, so don't forget that you literally can do anything that you want to do when you realize that that's possible, right? So I'm not going to say that you're a different person January 1st than you were December 28th, because it's just another day. But there is a reset. And so it does get us on that train of like, where do I want to start directing my energy? Because if you work through the law of attraction, which is basically just being positive and thinking positive and manifesting that way, you really can have anything you want. It's just catching those negative thoughts, or catching yourself when you're, when you have those limiting beliefs, right? And then again, developing the skills and tools to work through that. And that's the challenging part. So Wesley, are you here? And if you're not here, we're going to skip over to Heather, Mindful Minute. Okay? And then Oscar, Waska, that is not your name. But if you're there, we're going to do a free reading for you. Okay. So Wesley, do you have a question, or do you just want to go into 2024? You've got the Eight of Fire, or Eight of Water. I don't know why I said fire, but there's water there, okay? So the Eight of Fire is taking action on things that you've been procrastinating and holding yourself back from. Hello and Happy New Year. Any career changes or advances for me in 2024? Okay, so this is you actually when we see the Eight of Fire talking about action, okay? So it's interesting you're talking about career changes or advances. Absolutely, if there's anything that you can do for your work and career to help you advance, obviously you would know what that takes to do that. So a lot of hard work for the advance, I feel. But with the Eight of Water card, this talks about leaving some type of past behind you. And so to me, when I think about like a career change, I think about something like really, really big for you. And I think this is just like, it could be a habit or a pattern or a behavior of yours that you're letting go of too. But it feels like for career, if you feel called to making a big career change yourself, like changing how you structure your life or any routines that you have, I feel like get out of those, okay? That's more to me what this card. Hello, DJ Wags. This card, that's what that feels like for me. Like, get out of these little ruts and routines that you have. And if you start not liking your job, then it's okay. Then it's okay to change it, okay? But you're walking away from these little ruts that you get in. I'm not sure if sometimes you just don't like your job or if it's stressful. I had a friend asking me if I'm interested to take a job in, I want to say UAE, but I'm not sure if that actually is what you mean. Yeah, I'm getting that because the Eight of Water is showing up. I would say that feels good for you. It's that change that you need, okay? You also have the Three of Air, which is someone who is very trustworthy, okay? But sometimes it's hard for you to get through the rough patches. Um, it just feels like you want to see the truth, but then when you get the truth, it kind of hurts too. So it feels like in 2024 you're going to be feeling a little more sensitive than you typically are, because you're putting out the energy. I want to know the truth. Like, I want to be on my path. And when we say those things, then we actually have to change. So that's where I feel like getting out of your comfort zone and making some of these changes that you need to make will be healthy for you. Okay? So let me know if you have any other questions about what I just said, if that's not clear. Okay? And then we're going to go to Heather and then DJ Wags. Thank you so much for the likes, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to do, as of right now, 2 free readings. So every 2,000 we're gonna add a free person in there. I had a business idea. Is it a direction I should take? And will I be successful in doing it? Happy New Year. Thank you. I had a business idea. Is it a direction I should take? So this is an idea. And you will absolutely be successful because you're driven towards your goals, right? You have to work hard at them. But this business idea, well, you've got the Three of Air, okay? I'm getting that you're fixating a little too much about this idea, okay? And if you know what I mean by fixation, right? It's when we're obsessing over something that we don't need to obsess over, right? So I feel like if you're getting an intuitive hit, we never overanalyze our intuition, right? So this idea that you have, I feel like came in as like a brainwave. Like, oh, here's the idea. Magic is here. And it's creative, it's artistic, which is great for you. But then you're going into thinking mode, into logical brain. And so I would invite you to get out of the logical brain because, yes, the business idea is good. You got the intuitive hit. So don't ruin a good thing, right? So it's just like when we talk ourselves out of things, even though our intuition guided us, that was spirit led for you. So I think that answers your question, doesn't it? Yes, my ego is getting in the way. I think maybe that's whose energy I've been tuning into last night and today, because that kind of happens. I'll have someone that I just really feel energetically connected to, and yeah, spirit will kind of give me information about that person even before I do my readings. So I think I was feeling that from you, and I'm not sure how your stomach has been, Heather. Like, are you getting enough rest? You seem like a person who doesn't rest well. Not in a bad way, but I just mean, like, work obviously takes a priority for you, right? Okay, yes, you are correct. Okay, so thank you so much for being here, guys. I appreciate it. So as you guys are seeing, when you subscribe, you get priority, unless I'm doing paid readings, and the people that are paying for their reading in that moment get that. I'm not doing paid readings today. I'm also doing free readings, so for every 2,000 likes, I'm going to add a free reading in for people. Okay, and so again, subscribing is a great way to get free readings every single time I come on live. Just as a nice little way to keep me motivated and gives you guys that guarantee and priority. Alrighty, so DJ Wigs, are you in there? Let me know if you're having a good New Year's, guys. Do you have New Year's resolutions? I was sharing I have an event coming up on January 3rd. It's only $29 Canadian. And we're going to be doing group readings. This is through Zoom, and Theta healing, which is clearing out limiting beliefs that we have and any blocks around our goals that we have, okay? It doesn't have to be a 2024 goal. It could be that you're just working towards something or you're having an issue, okay? And the replays are available for that as well as the Pro and VIP in my membership group. Also, you can purchase a 2024 reading, a January reading, or a weekly reading underneath horsmanreadings.com. That's all through my Linktree. Or we can work one-on-one together, whichever way you choose. DJ Wags, I think you might be gone. Okay, so Osawaka Waka, that person that was in here earlier that I said I'd do a free reading for, are you in here? If I don't see you, we're going to move on to someone. Okay, so Stephanie, I'm going to pick you. Okay. Is there any, okay, here you are. Okay, Osamuskawasis. Oh my goodness. That's embarrassing for me that I can't even say that. What would your question be, or would you like me to focus on 2024 for you? Let me know, please. And the replay is going to be up underneath YouTube as well. So when I do my general 2024 predictions, that'll be helpful too. Okay? Advice on relationships. Okay, no problem. So you have the 7 of Earth card here, okay? And so 7 is always a spiritual number. That's why people call it lucky number 7, right? On the 7th day we rest, that sort of thing. We take more time to reflect. Little mama, I'm going to do you next, okay? You're number 2. So I'll come back to you, okay? No worries. So every 2,000 likes, we're going to add a free person. So keep on liking. I really appreciate it, okay? So I'm feeling emotional as well here. Okay, so you're talking about relationships and we're talking about spirituality. When we see this card together, it says seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. So obviously, when it comes to relationships, you might be finding that you're looking for more right now. And when we see that card, it always says to have a little more fun in your life. I feel like you need a little bit more pep in your step. So what can you do to spice things up. Maybe if you're referring to love life, spicing things up in your love life. It could be as simple as like your hair, or your outfit or something like that. But that's kind of what I'm getting, is that it's important for you to feel sexy and sexified, if that's a word. And so I would encourage you to trust that it's safe for you to be a sexy sex kitten and like that kind of thing. Because yeah, it feels like you're kind of just sick and tired of the old, boring, mundane way. Okay, so you can look up the Seven of Earth through Google if you want to, and just see a bit more of what it talks about, because money is also involved with the Earth card, money and work. So somehow there's a connection to that as well. If you even need a change in terms of like career, that could for some reason help with relationship as well. Okay, so great time for a new start. So then we have Little Mama. Are you in here? We're gonna pick someone else. Yes. Okay, so what was your question? What would your question be? Are you looking for 2024? Should I continue to fight for my relationship with Robin? First of all, my name's Robin, so I think that's an awesome name. Just advice. Okay. Well, I feel like these are your cards, okay? Little Mama. Nine of Fire, feeling really emotional here, okay? I guess that's my theme today, our emotions. Fire talks about like some times in your life where I feel like you lacked courage, and now you're starting to work on more strength. I don't know what the heck has happened. Just feels like tough. It's been tough. Maybe it was your 2023, as we were already talking about the roller coaster ride that we've all been on. As we know, COVID has made life really strange. It's brought me to online myself. So I'm getting for you to focus on the blessings that are coming through in your life, instead of feeling like there's been a curse, or bad things have happened to you. Just But what did you learn from these situations? I see you gathering and getting together with more people, and I think more like-minded people. So maybe come into my event that I have January 3rd. That's at 7 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time, $29. And if we're just a really small group, that'll be great, because it'll allow you lots of extra attention there. But it is important to focus on the lessons, and I call them blessings. That's my own word I made up, which is the lessons in the blessings, right? Like that when we go through tough times, there's always something going on deeper that we don't realize until later, right? And so when we have a heavy heart, um, yeah, it's tough. I'm getting distracted here. Okay, so very tough, hard time the last year, moved 6 times in the last couple months. Well, that is a lot. Yeah, so building up your strength and building up your courage to, yeah, like maybe ground yourself into more of a foundation, that sort of thing, right? So, so we're just gonna randomly pick, guys. So after every 2000, I'm just adding an extra person in for a free reading. We're also gonna do 2024 predictions, just like general messages as well. And if you want to know more about me, you can click my link tree in my profile, and please make sure you're following me here. That's okay, so I'm feeling a lot of stress, anxiety, heaviness in my heart. So let's do, if you feel stress, anxiety, or heaviness in your heart, maybe you got panic attacks, or maybe you're going through a tough time in your heart, just put a green heart. And that way, I feel like I'm picking the person that I'm already tuning into, if you don't mind. Just put a green heart. Any type of anxiety, any type of heaviness in your heart, send me a green heart. Hello, hippie chick. Also, I'm feeling like you might have some shoulder tension. Okay. So you might carry a lot of stress around the shoulders and your upper back, because I have horrible posture right now. So just send me a green heart if you relate to this, and I'll pick you. Thank you so much for the rose. I really appreciate it. And Happy New Year to all the new people hopping in here. Okay. The other thing that I'm getting here is you might have depression too. That's a potential. If you don't identify with having depression, hello and Happy New Year. Then I would say maybe you're just really, really drained and really tired. Okay. So I have depression. Red Dancing Queen. Okay, so Red Dancing Queen, we're gonna pick you then, okay? Okay, there are a couple other people relating to this. I'm kind of like, why aren't more people relating to this? Because like stress is everywhere right now. So many people have shoulder tension because the world is stressed right now. Okay, so yes. So the person that I just picked, the dancer, is it the red dancer or something like that? Feel free to just, I am so stressed. Okay. Yeah, so a lot of people. Red Dancing Queen. Here. Okay. So I'm just gonna do a reading for you. This could be related to 2024 or just in the now. If you have a question, feel free to ask it, okay? Um, just one sec, guys. Hello? Yep. I'm just online actually right now. Here you go.
The bottom here anyway.
Here you go. This is a good one.
Is that one of the ones that Dave always tells you to buy?
Yes.
All right.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. All right. I'm just gonna block this person here too. Alrighty, and I'm gonna plug you guys in. That was just my father-in-law. You could probably hear me looking for wine. Funny. Try to find a way to stand you guys up here. There, that works. All right. So Red Dancing Queen. Oh my goodness. So I already sensed that. Oh my god. Hold on here, guys. I'm gonna start using the pause button too. That will help, won't it? One of my goals for 2024 is patience. And I was scared to say that because I know the universe will test us. Okay. At least we're plugged in here. All right. So, are you still here, first of all? Okay. So, one of the things that I get for you is a lot of fear. Okay. And that's where some of the stress is coming from. It feels like you get nervous, like, and that nervous. Yeah, I have a court case coming up. Okay. Yeah, so maybe it's that specific situation. I also get that this is genetic though, that some of your like nervous tension stems from, I'm actually kind of feeling like your grandmother on your father's side, which is interesting, like your father's mother. So I do a thing called theta healing. Okay. So if you're open to it, first of all, let me know if you resonate with this. Okay. That nervous tension. Sometimes she was. Yeah. Um, so what I'm going to do, and what's nice about this is other people can benefit from the healing too. So all you have to do is say yes to the download, okay? So this is one of the things we're going to be doing in our event January 3rd. So if you close your eyes and ground yourself, I'm also going to go into your Akashic Records here, okay? So all right. So first of all, I'm just feeling sadness when I go into your energy, okay? So would you like to know that it's safe for you to let go of things from your past without feeling like you need to be in debt or sad or depressed or fearful or anxious? And would you like to know what it looks like and what it feels like to have happiness and joy on a more consistent level so that you can have the things that you really want to attract in your life? Okay, and if so, just say yes. So anybody that wants that, just say yes in the comments, and then I offer that to you. Okay. So I'm getting Red Dancing Queen that one of the things that comes up for you is there's like resistance when it comes to feeling good or receiving positive energy. Okay. So sometimes we will reject good things or good people because we feel like we're not worthy or deserving of feeling better, or it's unfamiliar to us. And that can almost create fear as well. So, would you like to know that it's safe, nothing bad will happen to you, to invite healing, light back into your life? Again, if so, just say yes. Good. Now I feel like your vibration's gonna raise. And one big thing is confidence, okay? So I'm gonna get out of your energy here. We're gonna integrate those downloads as well with your permission, with everybody's. I'm just grounding you back into your own energy there, okay? So work on confidence. So guys, what is confidence? Basically, it's feeling comfortable in our own skin, being okay with us, accepting the way that things are, right? It's taking care of ourselves. It's loving ourselves no matter what bad things we do. We stop shaming ourselves. If you have addiction issues or things like that, obviously we know that that can drain us, but if you're going through tough times, it's just being a little more soft and gentle on yourself. So sometimes it's a commitment practice, right? It's setting time aside, or it's investing more financially in ourselves, stuff like that. And we learn through experiences, right? So let me know. I forget your name. Red Dancing Queen, I think. Let me know if that feels good for you as I get out of your energy there. It's almost like you're just this maybe used to feeling heavy or something like that. And that's what depression is, right? It's that continuous burden, and it's really hard to get out of it, right? So sending you lots of love, okay? Oh my goodness. You want to go, buddy? All right, so we're gonna pick someone else here. Every 2,000, we're gonna add a new person in here. Picking up on someone who has a lot of fear, okay? And when I think about the fear, it's almost like it might be like fear of tapping into your gifts or your talents. Or maybe you're a psychic, or maybe you're a medium, or maybe you're an intuitive, and maybe that scares you because people that have these types of powers can do positive and negative things, right? And maybe you're scared of your own light. So is there anyone here that relates to that? Just put a green heart in the comments if you relate to having fear of your own like gifts and talents. Like it could even be a fear of success. Me question mark. Okay. Anyone else relate to that? Jesse does too. Anybody else? I'm the bro. Okay. I'm gonna go with I'm the bro. I feel like it's you. Okay. But obviously, as we can see, everybody's kind of connecting to that too. So I'm the bro. Are you there? I'm gonna focus on you. I'm here. Okay, if you have a question, feel free to ask it, okay? You've got the Magician card. This is mentorship, right? Working on those role models. Hello, Iman. Okay, no problem. I'll wait for your payment, okay? No problem. Take your time, okay? So I'm getting a lot of tension in and around my head, okay? Will my life pick up? Mood very low. Okay. Yeah, it the tension feels like it's above my neck. And to me, like the neck or the throat chakra represents someone who is kind of scared to be really open and honest. But you're doing it right now, which is great. So that's someone who might be fearful of really expressing who they truly are. And I'm not sure why you would have fear around being yourself, but it could be like fear of what other people think. It could be fear of, Meek, I'm writing your name down here. It could be fear of judgment. Do you relate to any of that? Let me know. I'm the bro. Yes, okay. So let's do some theta healing here. It seems like people can really benefit from it today. Probably a lot of hungover people. Maybe people were up late. Maybe, no problem, Emer. Yeah. So lots of different reasons why some people could be in a bit of a lower vibe today. It's also a very kind of like lazy day for some people too, where everything is shut down as well. Okay, so would you like to? So every 2000K, I'm pulling someone out of the crowd to do a reading. Okay, so I'm just kind of keeping tabs on that, just so you guys know. So keep tapping the screen, please. It's really helpful. If you want to purchase a reading, you can do that as well. Okay. All right. So would you like to know that it's safe for you to love yourself no matter what? And if so, say yes. I wrote down $11. So that works well. So, guys, anybody that wants to do a paid reading to come on in, you can also subscribe to get a quick reading. Okay. So, we're going to do that download for you. Anybody else that wants that, just say yes. Good. I already feel like because you're sensitive, I feel like that in itself will, Sahara, I got yours there, or Emar. Okay, so we'll focus on you next. Okay. Um, yeah, I feel like what's coming up is you're very sensitive, so I think getting theta healing and things like this can be really good for you. I'm the bro, because it feels like the negative side to being sensitive is that you have to deal with all this stuff. The positive side of being sensitive is you move through things really fast. And so I feel like you should be proud of yourself for even just being here and doing this little bit of work, because I think that these are just healthy reminders for you, okay? And it'll boost your confidence, your self-esteem, and help you also like release some things. So would you like to let go of times in your life where you cared so much about what everybody else thought? Specifically, I feel like thought about you, and as a result of that, you lost sight of what you are actually here to do in the world. And if so, just say yes. Good. Yes, and I'm also getting try your best not to focus on the past as much. It's easier said than done, but I feel like there's like you have some hummingbird energy, which is very much about the joy of living. And when we look back to reflect really fast, but we don't spend too much time dwelling. Okay, so just as a healthy reminder, I also feel like you lost someone um, who shows up as a dragonfly, and she feels female to me as well. Okay, we're gonna move on. Thank you so much for that. We're gonna integrate those downloads as well for everyone that said yes. Okay. And I'm also hearing patience is coming through for someone in particular. So have patience with yourself as you're working through those throat chakra blocks. Throat chakra blocks, when we work on those make those like, that means we're moving in really good places, really big places, because we're learning to trust. And that's what makes us feel so nervous and anxious sometimes, because we're actually moving through the energy. Okay? So fear not. Meow meow. Hello. Alrighty, Mer. I'm going to go back to your question, guys. So if you're a subscriber, you get priority unless someone's paying. And then every 2000K, we're writing down a free reading, which is great. So that I'm pulling people out that are relating to some of the general messages that I'm feeling. Okay? Okay. Any messages from Spirit? Woke up feeling so off, and any advice on connection? I'm sure Spirit has. Yeah. So we're going to go into your energy here, but it almost feels like a little bit of anxiety, a lot of thinking in the back of your head. This has come up for you before as well. So we're going to go into your Akashic Records here. And I'm also, if it's okay with your permission, I'm going to send some Reiki healing energy, and that way everybody else can benefit from that as well. Anyone who says yes to that, okay? So if you don't want the energy, don't say yes. If you want the energy, say yes. Make sense? So the reason why we're doing this here, Emer, anybody else again that wants me to focus on you, you can pay $11 through my PayPal, and we'll work on you too. Okay? So what I'm getting here, because you said your energy felt off, so that's why I want to do the energy work. Trust me, it'll make you feel a lot better. A lot of energy in the upper part of you. Okay, and so what that means is when we deal with like chakras, and there's too much going on up here, it means we need to balance the lower part. Okay, so if we think about your heart and above having too much energy, mental field, haha, then so we need to focus on solar plexus, sacral chakra, and root chakra. So what is this? What is the sacral chakra? It's our sexuality, it's our emotions, it's our relationships, which is something you're working on right now. So ways to balance the energy in the stomach might be deep breathing, doing some yoga, just simple stretches, things like that. Maybe it's chanting, but it's really just calming your energy down. All right, which is what I'm doing right now. Reiki helps with this. Root chakra is also talking about this need to, again, just get out of our head, right? Remind ourselves of our physical body. That's why I was also adding the exercise for you of just like more of that mindfulness, right? Then solar plexus is also, again, the deeper breathing, but also it's allowing our heart to open up just a tiny bit more. So if you've been hurt in the past, then of course we're going to close off. So let's do some theta healing here for you, okay? So all you have to do is say yes. And anyone else that wants these downloads, you say yes to the down. If you want to say yes to the download, then you just say that in the comments, okay? And so, would you like to let go of times in your life where you felt negative as a result of sadness, as a result of heartbreak, or as a result of like overthinking, basically? And would you like to know that it's safe, nothing bad will happen to you, to open up your heart chakra again so that you can maintain um, the love that you have for yourself? Would you like to know that it's okay to invite partnerships into your life that are more suited and aligned for you? And if so, just say yes, okay? Okay. So I'm hearing now positive thoughts in your head, which is good. So my suggestion for you would be continue to have positive thoughts in your head. So how do we have positive thoughts in our head? Well, we were already talking about some of the ways, but raise your vibration constantly. What can I do to raise my vibration? And so another way of looking at it is, what is lowering my vibration, right? Because you're saying you're feeling off. Well, is it negative people, right? Is it the overthinking, the overanalyzing, right? For you, I actually feel like you get drained by negative people, and sometimes you don't realize that. You're like in a store or at a party or wherever you choose to go, and it kind of just clings to you. So protection stones are really great. Black stones, tiger's eye, even amethyst would be good for you. I sell lots of different stones and necklaces and things like that, so feel free to inbox me if you're interested in seeing a few products that I have. Um, or at least, I don't know, I just feel like go to a store and maybe pick some of those up if you don't have them. What's next for me and any interesting Akashic information? Well, as I'm in your energy and I use visualization, I see you outside doing your healings versus inside. And I also see, for some reason, caves of some sort, like with water. Um, so I feel like just keep going towards like the people, places, and things that you feel guided towards, and then your energy's gonna feel more optimistic and more brighter. Okay, so yeah. So you also have the Magician card here. Okay, and so this is also, again, reminding yourself that you're attracted to certain people for a reason. So if you're starting to question yourself a little bit of, why am I wanting to go over here? Why am I wanting to do this? This doesn't make sense. I don't even like doing this. I don't like eating this food, or whatever it is. That's what we want to get you away from, is telling yourself no when your heart is telling you yes. Okay? And so that's being a little more decisive, continuing to get more clarity, but again, your environments you're quite sensitive to. Okay? Away from G. If you mean a person, um, you've got Knight of Water here. Okay. So I'm doing some free readings and I'm doing some paid readings, and I also always prioritize my subscribers outside of paid readings. Okay, guys. So you can pay $11 through Canadian through my PayPal as well. If you want to, that's in my link tree, and then when it pops up, we'll focus on you as well. Okay. So every 2,000 likes, we're doing a free giveaway. So I am keeping track of that. So perfectionist qualities. Okay. A little bit of that. A little bit of a detail-oriented type of person, okay, Emer? So emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative. This says you are going to move forward, okay? But you've got to lower your expectations a little bit, okay? Um, so yeah, and then you also have the Chariot saying you need to fight for what it is that you want in your own life. So if there's something that you want, you've got to decide that you're going to go for that. Don't let other people like weigh you down, pull you down. That's what I was saying, getting sidetracked. So yes, if G is a person, which I believe it is, um, yeah, they have heart walls as well. So they're like blocked, and so I would say that you're um yeah, it's up to the person that has heart walls to take them down. Sometimes we can't do that for them. Okay. So I would move in a new direction away from that person for sure. Okay. Thank you so much for your reading. I really appreciate it. If, of course, you want to get another reading, go deeper, you can just repay and we'll go back into your energy. Okay. So thank you so much for being here. You're welcome. All right, guys. So we'll do general message, and anybody that's relating to that, you can put a green heart, or you can choose a purple heart, whichever you choose. Okay, so we'll see what's coming through. There's someone in here, okay, who has a lot of weight on their shoulders once again. They're questioning themselves a lot, so self-doubt, a lot of heart and throat issues. And when I say heart and throat, I mean heart and throat chakra. Um, and so it feels like there are times where if you get upset, you take on like the weight of the world, and it's overwhelming for you. It's just too much. It's like, I can't handle this. That sort of thing. I need to, go to sleep or go for a run or whatever it is, almost like this need to escape rather than kind of dealing with it just because you get overwhelmed. Okay, so TJ, yay, we're gonna do a reading for you, okay, because you're relating to that. Hello guys, welcome in. I hope you're having a beautiful new year. Ooh wee. Son of a. Doing my best to try to stand you guys up here. Yes, you know what? I am quite the entertainer. Never on purpose. I'm just ridiculous all the time. If you knew me in real life. This is me being normal. Alright, for the moment, we're gonna unplug you guys so we can stand you up. And then this is a great time to block this person. It's awesome. Yeah, for you guys. Alright, let's siege. Alright. So that person that I said can come in and get the free reading, do you want to just pop that heart back in the chat? What was it? Tasia La? Something like that? Okay, there you are. Okay, what would your question be if you had a question? I feel like you need to ask one. Just feels important, like you might have something on your mind, as we were just talking about with your energy. You've got heart chakra, throat chakra, so it's good for you to speak about what you're feeling, because that'll help you a lot, especially where you get overwhelmed. You've got to learn to kind of understand it, feels. And also I want to pull you up a few cards here. Okay. I kind of want to do a timeline reading for you. Hello, Rachie. So guys, as a subscriber, you always get priority. So I believe we saw Meek in here, Alicia, now Rachel. Okay. Hi, Rashi. Rachie? Okay. So 2 months notice tomorrow and move to Miami. Sorry for error. No problem. And then, so Rachie, if you have a question, we're going to go into you. Just take up space, guys, when you're a subscriber. It's important to do. I'm miserable in my job and want to put in my two weeks notice tomorrow. Okay, job. And that's that makes sense why that would be stressing you out. Okay. So Rachie, if you're there and you have a question, let me know. Okay. Okay, Teja, yay. You have the Hermit card, okay? So we're going to start with this being your, my boss is a narcissist and micromanager and she takes all my energy. Okay, so makes sense why this is hurtful to you, and you probably need to release it and like talk to people about it, because obviously you can't like address it to the actual person. So when I ask if you should leave your job, I'm actually feeling like it right now there's a reason to stay, actually. And you've got the Hermit card, which is actually doing more soul search, okay, and just navigating the energy just a tiny bit more. Will he tell me he loves me at Valentine's, dating 5 months? Okay. We'll go into you here in a sec, okay? Thank you for your question. All right. You also have four of fire here. Deja yay, okay? And this says, yeah, you need that vacation. So you need to go inward and kind of get away from this energy. But you just need almost more of a vacation from the job more than anything. It's almost like when somebody goes on stress leave, that sort of thing. So they get to keep their job, but they're able to kind of figure it out while they're away from the negativity and that toxicity, right? So that's more of the vibe that I'm getting. I don't know how you're going to navigate this per se. You can definitely book in a session with me or come into my January 3rd event at 7 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. That could be really helpful for you. I just had 11 days off, the most ever, but just am so dreadful for tomorrow. Yeah. So this is kind of says, don't give up, protect that which you've created, have courage, and believe in yourself. Um, yeah, I think your ego is definitely getting in the way of I feel like doing what you feel like you need to do. And that's just getting in your head a little bit about it. That's what I was saying. You do have to definitely deal with it, but right now it feels like there's some permission for you to just kind of figure out what it is that you really want to be doing first, instead of being in like reactive mode, that sort of thing, right? So thank you so much for your question. Thank you for tapping the screen. So every 2,000 likes, we're doing a free reading for someone, which is awesome. So I appreciate that. And so Rachie, will this person, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. So if somebody wants to get a reading as well, to guarantee your reading, you can subscribe or you can pay $11 underneath my link tree. You'll find my PayPal. Okay. So I feel like your question was related to if this person is going to say, I love you, and you've been together for 5 months and you're talking about Valentine's Day. I'm so sorry, Rachie, but do you mind just being even more specific with your question? Because I feel like I've got the gist of it, but I got distracted there. By the time, hello, welcome in. So what we're doing is we're doing readings, okay? I'm reading tarot and angel cards today. So I was already explaining earlier a bit more about myself, but essentially I do a bunch of different tools. So I feel in my body, I'm clairvoyant, so I will see images, things like that, and then I relay information over to you. It's also a place where you can ask questions, so you can get a paid reading if you want to. That's $11 Canadian through PayPal. We're dating, but we're both scared. I think he's fallen for me, but won't tell me. Okay, perfect. This makes more sense. A little more detail. That's very helpful. Okay, so yeah, guys, if you have any specific questions about me, feel free to ask in the comments, and then that's easier for me to explain things, okay? I also work on past, present, and future, so that could be past life. I do future timelines, so that's why we're going to be doing some 2024 predictions as well. But I'm very much about being present as well and reading energy for you, more of what we could kind of not fix, but offer healing to you in relation to, you know, what do I do about this now? So I was wondering if you will tell me at Valentine's Day. He will tell you before Valentine's Day. The energy is positive with you guys, and he will tell you before Valentine's Day, okay? Sometimes we just get scared to express ourselves. That's what I'm getting. He's just nervous about it because, again, we were talking about getting in our head about things. You might want to initiate your feelings and emotions to let him feel comfortable expressing his emotions, because he will let you know how he feels. And sometimes we just need that relief, right? Like, let's just get this out of the way if we have these feelings. Make sense? So, Rachel, that's your message there. Okay. So guys, if you're a subscriber, you're guaranteed a reading and you always get priority, okay? Unless there's someone paying. Okay. So we're gonna pick someone else. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you guys general, sorry to hear that you're depressed. That's a tough one. Keep working on your vibration. You're welcome. Alright. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to read the energy of someone in particular, and you can put a green heart or a purple heart if you resonate with what I'm saying, and if you do, then we're going to do a reading for you, okay? So one of the things that I get here is you actually do a great job at communicating, because you know how to navigate essentially your mental health, okay? You know how to deal with like almost like PR. You're really great at like taking something negative and turning it into a positive. That's giving me chills all over. And so you really have developed your skills and tools, so that you're able to feel good about where you are, okay? So you have a teacher vibration, but you don't necessarily have to be a teacher. So purple or green if you relate to this. You also are quite balanced in your right and your left side of your brain. So that just means that you know when to drop into your heart space, and you know when to kind of like get out of your head, get out of your logical, get out of your ego. So that makes you a warm person. Right? That would be me. Okay, Donna. This is you then. Perfect. So what would your question be, Donna, if you had one? Would there be something you want to focus on? We can also do a 2024 reading. We can also do a January reading or a weekly reading. These are some things that I offer um, in my paid readings through horsmanreadings.com. Okay, so I send some of those over to your email. Sometimes they're in video form, other times they're in written form. But it is nice to get an idea of what's coming up for your week, what's coming up for your month, and then what's coming up for your year. All right, and you'll find that again, it's all just supportive. It gives you kind of themes of what to work on and how to work on it. Make sense? So Donna, will Steven and I be together soon and singing together? Okay, well you've got 9 of fire. Okay, this is a little bit of a tough energy, meaning like you've been through a lot and it still feels like you're still going through a lot. But this says you'll get through it. So something tells me, um, like I don't know why. Um, can you share with me what's going on if you don't mind? Like how do you relate to this? Because that'll help me as well. We're doing really quick readings. Four of Earth also talks about someone who's a little bit fearful of moving forward. Maybe heartbreak, that sort of thing. Maybe there's confusion. Makes sense why you want to get a reading. And also, what's interesting is you have such positive energy. Um, so this is unfortunate that you have to go through some of this like trauma, but it also feels like it's old, and so it's not suiting you anymore. So with your New Year's resolution, maybe it's to open up your heart more, love yourself more. He is in LA and I'm in Canada. Okay. Yeah, so you've got the Four of Earth. This is like more um I kind of get like it's we have no doubt that we love each other. Okay. But for some reason, I'm wondering if the distance is the problem. Because I'm getting it's like when I ask like is this her person? Like are they kind of meant to be together? I'm actually getting a no. Um but like you said, you have love for this person, but perhaps it's the distance that's troublesome. Okay, court stuff. All right. Yeah. So I'm kind of feeling like right now, I would keep healing your heart, honestly. And even if you love this person, just keep healing your heart until like you're ready for whatever it is that you want and need, okay? It's just my recommendation. It just feels like you don't need anything heavy or extra right now. Okay. So if it's coming to the commitment process for you, I would actually probably not go towards like a big commitment right now. And that way you can just ease your way into the situation. Okay. Because I just kind of feel like you don't need that right now. And I feel like you've been through a lot. Okay. Those are just recommendations. Thank you for this. You're welcome. Thank you so much for liking and tapping. I really appreciate it. Alright guys, so if you want to do a paid reading, they're $11 Canadian. You can pay through my PayPal if you want me to focus on you specifically. If you're a subscriber, you get a pre-reading every time. We prioritize you as well. And then we're also going to do another free reading because you guys have been tapping and I really appreciate that. Alright, I'm just going to pick someone. Cat. Will my brand work? Okay. So, Cat, you have Six of Earth. Okay, this is a pretty good card when it comes to like give and take, that sort of thing. So, your brand will work, I get. I think it's because you kind of have like good karma, good energy. And when you have good karma and good energy, it basically comes back to you. It feels like you're a heartfelt person. And so, for some reason, the work you've been doing will pay off, okay? I shouldn't say for some reason. Obviously, you've been working hard, but it's just like, it's almost like a lucky feeling of someone who's just like grateful and their gratitude is just helping helping them get what they want. Because when we're manifesting, you have to be grateful for the things that are already coming in instead of being in that lack mindset. So the answer is yes, Kat. But good business decisions giving to those less fortunate, okay? You still have the but card because there's a little bit of fear. So, like the fact that you're like, will my brand work? It's like, well, you need to know that it's going to work. You need to believe. Um, you need to believe in yourself a little bit more. That's what I feel like you're holding back a little bit too much. Okay? It's like allow yourself to breathe. Allow yourself some room to explore the next steps as well. Okay? So that's your reading. Okay? Anyone else that wants a reading, just put your name and let's do your age in the comments. That way we can look at your numerology as well. All right, Carla 40. We're going to focus on you. You're welcome. Carla 40. Are you there, Carla 40? Yes, here. Okay. So do you have a question, Carla? It's interesting where we're working on like themes with everybody because we're all sharing energy here together. We've got the Six of Earth and the Four of Earth, which literally just came up for Cat, right? So if you have a question, Carla, just put it in the comments. Otherwise, we're just going to read your cards here, okay? I'm getting a lot of pulsation in my head. I'm not sure if you get headaches or you're a thinker. What does 2024 have in store for me? Okay, well, I feel like one big thing is I'm hearing address things head on, okay? When you have a problem, okay, when you have a problem, it's like you can say, "Oh, we'll deal with this tomorrow," or "I think I'm going to talk to them next week," or whatever it is. It's like pick up the phone and call the person and tell them what's on your mind. That sort of thing. That will help with a lot of the tension. So, I would say with your 2024, make it a goal to express yourself more in the moment. Because often when things energy passes, then there's a buildup of energy because we tell ourselves, oh, it's not important anymore, but because you didn't release it and get it off your chest and talk about it, it just builds up and builds up. So when I do Reiki healing for people, I'll like remove this energy. If you ever want to learn Reiki or the Akashic Records, which is some of the stuff that I offer in my membership group VIP, all the training is there. Always, along with the attunement. I think you could benefit from the attunement in the Reiki training. It's $55.55 Canadian per month, so you can cancel it anytime. But there's so much support in there. I just feel like with your energy, you could really benefit from the clearings and the healing because it feels like there's just a lot of built up energy there, and I feel like you wouldn't be able to get it all out on your own because it's just really built up, okay? But learning more tools would be helpful for you, or of course coming to someone like me for a session as well. You've got Four of Earth, so just this little bit of fear of moving forward, or of course fear of maybe talking about things, or just getting it off your chest. And then you have the Six of Earth, which is absolutely a beautiful card. So for your 2024 financially, it does feel like continue to put forward. Like the pay it forward when we do nice free things for people or compliments, or making people things, whatever it is, or just dropping off a plant at somebody's house, or like giving them a crystal, or buying them a bundle of sage or something like that. You know, this will be really helpful for you too. Okay, I'm also feeling like there are going to be some tough times for you, Carla, and just the way that you treat yourself and the way that you talk to yourself will make or break a situation. Okay, so you really have to get on board with how you're treating yourself because I feel like you treat other people like amazing, but sometimes forgetting about you along the way. Okay, so that's your message there, Carla. Let me know if that relates or if you found that helpful. And I really feel like you could benefit from the VIP membership as well as a session. Okay, I don't just say that to say that. My type of business that I do is I want to equally like the people that I'm working with. I don't just work with like random I shouldn't say I don't work with random people, but I do like to build relationships with people, and I'm learning that about my business, that I actually want to like continue to work with people long term. Before I was like, wham bam, thank you, ma'am, it's all good. But now I'm like, no, these people become kind of like friends to me, right? We build a community as well. So I have some really great people in my membership, and I have amazing clients. And so if you wanted to pop into my event on January 3rd, that's at 7 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. It's $29 Canadian. And we're going to be doing some theta healing downloads and readings, so you can get additional support in there as well. And that's going to be a really small group. So, and you also get the replay, which is nice to listen back to those. Also, if you're pro or VIP in my membership group, when I after I do the class, then the replay pops into there. Okay. Will I hear from Jonathan again? All right, Hurley. A severe. I'm getting yes. I was first getting yes, but then I wanted to double check that and not just say that. I wrote down she will, yes. Is that your only question? You have Ace of Air. This is talking about jealousy for some reason. I don't know if there's someone around you that gets jealous or if you get that way. But for some reason that's coming up. And maybe some like worrying. I don't know if you're doing some worrying right now, but those are two little things that are coming through. And just remind yourself if there is some negative energy surrounding you or in your own mind or in your energy, just move gently with yourself right now. That's what I'm getting. And also, if you're looking for like something like long term, I kind of feel like don't be scared of that. That's kind of what's coming up. Okay. Yeah, I just want to know if he'll reach out. Yes, I absolutely feel that way. Yeah, and continue to keep the positive energy going, because when we worry, that can block it, right? And also, I think the jealousy, I feel like the jealousy part can be sometimes like part of the worry of like, oh, I don't want this to happen or I don't want that to happen, right? And so make sure you're redirecting the energy to positivity. You're welcome. All right, guys, so we're going to do another free reading here. Thank you for all the taps and likes on the screen, guys. Over 2,000 of them doing a free reading, so just letting those kind of build up while I'm working on everyone here. Oh, all right. So if your name, I should say if your name, if you connect to the name Henry, give me a green or purple heart. If you connect to the name Henry. And for some reason, if you connect to the name Barton, Barton, Megan, okay. Harry, okay, nope, it's Henry. Or Linda. Okay. Linda. All right, Megan, I feel like it's you. I'm getting chills here. And again, sometimes it'll resonate with more than one person. This is kind of new for me to do things this way, but it just feels like fun just to see how energy connects to people, right? Because a lot of times these readings resonate with like everybody. And if you feel like these readings aren't resonating with you and you're watching, it could be because you're maybe not learning how to interpret readings or information. Like with Henry, right away I went to my past life, right? Barton, I went straight into childhood. And then Linda, I went into like present time. Someone, my cousin's person he's separating from right now. Okay. So so Megan, if you're here, do you relate to anything to do with like past life? Like, do you know your past life? Do you know your past life? No? Okay. Do you believe in past life? Hello, Tito. All right, we're going to focus. So we're going to focus on Tito first because she's a subscriber, even though it doesn't say heal beside her name. She paid through e-transfer, so I want to make sure I do, yes, 100%. Okay. So Megan will do past life for you next, okay? So Tito, do you have a question? If not, we can do your 2024. I just want to make sure I'm really following through with that because I really appreciate my subscribers that are here and they're paying. Tito, do you have a question? And Happy New Year. Okay. So Tito, you have the dreamer, okay? It feels like you have things going on in the back of your head, but I also feel like spirit is putting these thoughts into your head too. So you've got a combination of things. Stuff that is a lot going on. It feels like emotionally, but then again, spirit's making you think these things. Spirit's making you feel these types of things. So there's no coincidence in what's going on in your life right now. What does my next week look like? Okay. So you've got Page of Water. Okay. So next week, and guys, if you want a weekly energy reading, you can purchase one through my shop and I send that over to you as well. Next week, it feels like it's going to be kind of like a little heavy, but also a little boring. So the reason why this is coming through is because it's important for you to get excited and fantasize about things, right? So if you want to set an intention for your week by saying, I want to bring in more joy, I want to bring in more enthusiasm, whatever it is, I desire this, then I would say play with manifestation a little bit more in intention setting. So you can say, like, universe, you can even say, send me someone that will help me with my energy. Universe, send me like free things. I don't know, stuff like that. For some reason, that's coming up for your week because that will help you feel lighter. Okay. You also have the renewal card. I think that you're working on judgment as well, not judging yourself, not judging other people. So just a healthy reminder when you're catching yourself judging other people or pointing the finger at other people too, I'd be cautious of that because I feel like there's a reason why, again, you're even doing that. When we have a trigger or something that's like pissing us off or annoying us, or we're just feeling like a lot from it, it's always because there's something that we need to look at, that we need to do, that we need to change. And so it's called mirror work. That's what I call it anyway, when we're able to look back at ourselves and say, okay, well, I'm being shown something right now. And I feel like you already know that, but that's just a healthy reminder, okay? I just wanted to know where I'm at in the process. Okay. So yeah, Tito, let me know if that relates to you. It's also a weekly energy, so if it doesn't, it's future. So you'll find out as the week goes by that this is going to make more sense, okay? I would also maybe even journal a little bit and reflect on that. It makes a lot of sense. Thanks. You're welcome. So Megan, we're going to go into you next for your free reading. So thank you so much for tapping the screen, guys. Really appreciate it. It's very helpful. Feel free to share this out as well. If you want your own reading, guaranteed, you can subscribe for a mini, or you can pay $11 Canadian through my PayPal. And when I get that, we'll focus on you. You can bring in as many questions in as you like. I'm just plugging you guys in so I don't lose you. Okay, I feel like I've been on here for a while too, so I'll just make sure that I get all these free readings in, all of our subscribers and anyone paid, okay? Well, I also want to do general 2024 predictions as well. So, are you here still, Megan? So just general message here as well. We have enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone. Was my sister home with us for Christmas? Absolutely. Absolutely. You don't have to question that. So spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. So my throat just felt like it was going to close up all of a sudden. So I feel like if you are struggling with even like a dry cough or dryness in your throat, trust that it is because you're working on communication. Tomorrow we'll be out of Mercury retrograde, yay! And things are going to be looking a lot better. Up. It's going to be getting better. So yes, for some reason what's coming through in the general message is that keep working on recognizing that when we have physical things coming up, that there's emotions underneath that as well, right? So Louise Hay is an amazing person that created a book called How to Heal Your Body. If you Google, like, what is the energy behind a pimple or something like that, or a wart, there is the reason why the wart is showing up in your body, and then things that you can say to help heal that, right? So affirmations is coming up for some reason. So Megan, so past life, we're going to go into you here, okay? So 8 of water, okay? This talks about someone who had a lot of negativity in their past life, and as a result of that, it feels like now you're in current life, you're very sensitive, you dream a lot as well. I have a dream interpretation workshop in my beginner level membership group. It's only $11.11, totally worth it. And also in my signs and symbols program in my VIP membership, we also talk more about how to read kind of energy, dreams, numerology, things like that. And it just feels like you can't handle kind of bullshit because you went through a lot. And so this is a new start for you where it feels like you're going to start cleansing your energy more. So making sure that you're bathing in the sun, healing through water, things like that, more of that natural healing can be helpful for you. Okay, because yeah, it just like I feel like your tolerance for crap, people's crap, is quite low, and I don't think that's a bad thing at all. All right, Alicia. I got your payment. Thank you so much, and we'll focus on you. Okay. Completely relatable. I'm glad. Okay, so isn't past life cool how we can just like pull up stuff and recognize, oh, like I had this fear in a past life. That's why I'm this way. So for instance, I used to work with horses in a past life, and in this life, I have this like strong passion towards horses. Didn't grow up with them, but now I'm going to start horseback riding, and my dream is to have a horse, to own one now. So it's just funny how we just have these like passions and for things, and it's just strange that we can come in and feel that way, just like the gifts and talents that we have, right? So Alicia, are you there? Was it me that was through stuff in a past life, or someone else? Megan, it was you. Past lives are very interesting. All right. Okay, so you're Alicia, right? So what would your question be? Thank you so much for your payment. If you had a question, or do you want to do 2024, you get to decide what you want. Or you can let me. It's up to you. You're welcome. Thank you so much for being here. And again, if you are looking for more support, guidance, I have an event coming up on January 3rd. I've got that membership, readings that you can purchase and have sent over to you all through my Linktree in my profile, okay? And it's horsmanreadings.com. I think Alicia's writing. So let's do some general 2024 predictions in between, okay? So another thing that comes through here is the Emperor, okay? So in 2024, you guys are probably going to be feeling like it's time to be a little bit more assertive. Okay, so what does assertive mean? It means when we're putting more effort into addressing issues and doing it in ways that are less aggressive and more helpful for everyone, like win-win outcomes, things like that, okay? And that's really, really good to do because, again, we're learning how to communicate and assert, hey, this is what I want. And that could be to the universe as well. Instead of putting out wishy-washy vibes, it's like being really clear. We're seeing that with Tito's energy where I'm saying, okay, well, here's what I'm feeling, so here's how you can change it. Makes sense. So Alicia, are you there? Are you asking your question? You said you were here, but I just want to make sure. Okay. And so let's do a free one here, because I owe you guys some of those for your likes and your taps every 2,000. I'm doing one. Steph, will Ben send me a reply? So you have the Emperor card, Steph? Okay. I'm kind of getting a no. But then I feel, okay, hold on. Yeah, I'm getting a no. Something's going on there for some reason, so I don't know if this person's blowing you off or what. Okay, that makes sense. My next question is, does my mom have any messages for me? Okay, so what was your mother's name? What was your mother's name? Yeah, okay. Well, are you listening to the messages that you get, Alicia? Are you listening to the messages that you're getting yourself? Like, do you hear messages yourself? Like, do you get like, hey, you need to start doing this, or go here, etc.? Because what I feel she's saying is like kind of that you're not listening, right? And it's almost like she's nagging you that you're not listening. And so spirit will guide us, and we're meant to listen to that. And so it's okay if sometimes we're not listening, because that's part of our ego, right? Oh no, I don't have to do that, or no, that's just in my head, that sort of thing. And so we're overriding our intuition. So first of all, that's true, I'm pretty stubborn sometimes. Yeah, she's really scolding you for that. And but she loves you. So you also have the Eight of Water, so this has been a common card that's been coming up for a lot of people, I think, because it's New Year's. I'm hearing like also like that I feel like you are a healer, actually. Um, I don't think you give yourself enough credit. That's kind of what she's saying, like to practice what you preach, right? So if you're putting things out, like I'm this or I'm that, like I'm really into manifesting, that sort of thing, but you're really not paying attention to like the law of attraction that's also coming through for you, that she wants you to practice what you preach. So for me, that's like following through, right? I say I want this, so I actually have to do this, that sort of thing. And so if you're a healer, you're a helper, it's quite an interesting journey, right? Because you have to actually do a lot of work. And so I think she's wanting you to learn how to tap into that intuition more and work on the law of attraction and really doing the manifestation work, instead of just like thinking it's a good idea, right? Or saying that you like that stuff. But then, yeah, when you're being tested, right, when the ego comes in, you might be like getting into your head about stuff, right? So you also have the Three of Air here. And she's also saying that sometimes you pretend to be happy. Mom's pretty strong-minded too. You pretend to be happy at times when you're not. And so I feel like with the Three of Air, this is like, it's hard sometimes, almost like to accept help and redirect your energy. And it's hard for you sometimes to almost like understand energy and get clarity. So I would highly recommend, again, in my membership group, if you end up in there, I've got some lots of teachings and classes, but like cards and stuff too. Do you own a card deck, Alicia? So this is just kind of like mothering, you know? So Shannon is my sister. That passed. Alicia is my niece. Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. Very cool. I do not. Okay. So it makes sense with the healer side, because I get that. I feel that way from you, Tito, too, right? That you have this understanding and knowledge. And so, yeah, that's very cool. So yes, this three of air keeps popping up. Great sadness, take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself or others, right? We are just talking about faking, like when sometimes we feel like we need to fake it to make it, but that's not always the case. Sometimes you need to feel it to heal it. And so I would make that your motto. And sorry for your loss. But yeah, you need to feel it to heal it. And if you can remind yourself that when you're feeling things, that will bring you closer to your mom, right? We're not numbing, we're feeling. Because people that love you want you to be okay. And so they need to know when you're not okay, if that makes sense, right? And so I'm learning this. I don't know how old you are, but I know I'm learning this in my life right now as well, that if you want to be in a healthy relationship, you've got to talk about it, and you've got to talk about things that make you feel upset and that sort of thing. Okay, so this card will not go away. So to me, this says that there's some awareness that you have that's not easy for you sometimes, right? So if your intuition's telling you something, but you don't really want to do that, that's the kind of crappy part about life. Sometimes we actually have to do what Spirit's telling us to do. And then there's that childlike side to us being like, I don't want to. So I don't know if you know what inner child work is, but I would look up the inner child. In my beginner level of my membership group, we have some inner child work in there, and also my Akashic Records programs that I have in my pro level as well. Okay, so thank you so much for your reading. Thank you for letting me connect with your loved one, and hopefully you can take some of those lessons with you for your 2024. All right, guys, so let's do another free here. That totally makes sense. Thank you so much. You're welcome. I'm glad that it does. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. If you want to learn more about me, you can go to my link tree as well. Alrighty. So, Niaz, does A still want to come back? You have the moon, okay? Again, this is more of the intuition card, letting go of that logic. Does A still want to come back? I'm getting a no, okay? But listen, I feel like you know that already. You know that already. So sometimes we don't realize, we don't give ourselves enough credit for what we already know, right? So we never want to give our power away to anybody else either. That's coming through for someone in particular. Make sure that you're always feeling what's right for you, okay? So when I give people support and guidance, I'm just there to relay information. It's up to you to decide what you want to do with that. And when I get readings from my healer, I just take it in, right? There's certain things that kind of stand out to me more, and those are the things that I usually prioritize. Or sometimes I procrastinate, and then when I get another reading and it shows up again and presents itself, I'm like, oh yeah, I think I better do that. So in an ideal world, you don't procrastinate, but we're human and we're living here on Earth, and we still have clocks and times and things like that. We can get lazy, we can get tired, right? So we all have negativity too. So just go really gentle on yourself. Michelle, do you see big changes towards me soon on my acting career? You've got the moon here as well. So I'll read it to you, okay? Important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. So when we're seeing release fears, this tells me that part of you might be scared to grow. Okay, that's normal. Like, we all have fears. I do feel like you are going to have an invitation for a job. I do see and sense that. I would definitely take it. I would take every opportunity that comes your way. I would say if you have a little stage fright or something like that, just to like work on some more of your acting skills. I don't know if this is something you're constantly wanting to improve, but I definitely feel like if you start improving on that skill that you have, or those fears of like getting bigger, that sort of thing, I think it'll be helpful for you. Okay. So yeah, I was doing some theta healing earlier. I'm gonna put the replay of this up on YouTube as well, so you can receive those theta healing downloads if you missed it. I have lots of stuff in there too. Okay. For some reason, I tried to download my video that I did 2 nights ago. And it was like a over 2 hour video, and every time I tried to download it, it would not process. So Mercury retrograde will be over tomorrow. There'll still be some lingering energy, but yeah, just have patience with me if for some reason things aren't working out. I do have a spiritual support team, and that is where I also do lives, and I'll put videos, like say it didn't download underneath YouTube, I'll pop it in our spiritual support team so people can still get it. Okay, so make sure you're following me on all those other places. All right, I do not see any payments coming through. I feel like I covered all of my free readings. I'm going to do a few more general 2024 predictions. If you want your own readings, please go to Linktree and I can ship those over for you as well. Okay, we've got the moon card here coming in. So 2024, make sure you're doing your new moon rituals. Okay, I offer those in my beginner level membership as well. Underneath my YouTube channel, underneath my playlist rituals, I also explain how to do a new moon ritual. We're essentially writing down the things that we want to manifest and attract. We do that on a monthly basis when we're in a really good place in our life because we've dumped everything from the full moon. So I'm feeling like it's important for you to put up more intentions. Okay, so we were seeing that a little bit in these readings as well, that it's important to shift our energy by asking for the things that we desire. Makes sense? We also have 2 of water. This is talking about partnerships, love, life as well, and career. I'm getting that there's going to be someone here actually who is starting up a new job. It could be a new hobby too, but this new hobby feels like it's more of like a way for you to release energy, right? Usually when we're good at something, it makes us feel better. So making sure that you're following like your hobbies that you want to be doing. So for instance, I want to start golfing. It's something I started doing, kind of fell out of. We're going to be moving literally to like a golf course that's like in our backyard. We're like almost on a hole actually, which is really cool. So the reason why I'm using this as an example is because I was seeing somebody golfing. And to me, that's like my sign for, starting up those new passion projects, doing the things that you say you actually want to do, right? So if you're like that person year after year, you're like, I want to do this, I'm going to start doing that, like learning the guitar or whatever it is. I'm getting like to really make sure that those are passions and things that you're actually kind of good at. So picking things that are more like talent related, and that'll get you a lot further as well. Okay. Alrighty. So let's do a couple more free readings here. So if you want your free reading, just put your name in the comment, okay? In the comments. Alright, Ada. Okay, you've got the moon card here. As we're seeing this coming up over and over and over. Okay. Important psychic insights, events behind the scenes. So with you, I'm really getting that there's some things that have happened to you in the past, and as a result of that, it's affected your heart, a little bit of your self-esteem. So this feels like a past relationship where this person, they took a little piece of you. Honestly, that's what I feel. And so how do we start repairing those things that have happened to us, right? If you want to do an exercise with me, okay, everybody can do this together. So pick an area of your body where you feel like there's a little bit of energy that's off, okay? I'm feeling like mine's right here, dead center. And then you can write in the comments if you want to, or you don't have to. But it is nice to like be vocal about this, okay? My right hand, great. So, and everybody can do this exercise. You're gonna find that you're gonna feel a lot better. So pick a shape as well, okay? So everybody's located their area. Pick a shape now. So if I'm doing this area of my body, I'm gonna make it a triangle. So this is just through visualization, intuitive practice. And also pick a color, okay? So I've got a triangle right here. It's pink, but I also see purple. It's pinky purple, okay? So first thing that comes, square blue, love that. Now, does it have a sound? If it had a sound, would it be like brrr? Would it be what does it sound like? It might be humming. For me, it feels like a brr, brr, brr. And then also, does it have a weight? Is this energy heavy? High pitched, I think. Okay, perfect. Is this like a heavy shape or is it a light shape? Like its density? Does it feel like is it like a weight? For me, mine's actually more, it's still and then it bounces. It is interesting, if you're great at interpreting energy, you might already feel like you know what this really is related to, right? And then also, if you want to, you don't have to, but you can put an emotion to it as well. Like if you were to describe this, it might be like, I don't know why for someone I'm getting like darkness. And for me, my emotion would be panic. Panic. And again, I already know what the situation is related to, but we don't want to get into our head about it. This is the opportunity where we don't analyze. We get to use that part of our brain. We get to trust our instincts and our heart. And I really feel like this is beneficial for quite a few people here. I think anger. Okay. And it's great that you don't know because it doesn't matter. It's not important. It's just to be able to kind of give this more connection. Okay, so now what we're going to do is this is a visualization exercise. Okay, so you're going to just now re-describe this shape, right? All the things that you said that you can remember. So we're going to take this triangle right here for myself that's a pinky purple, right? That's kind of stops and then bounces, that goes this panicky triangle, okay? And I'm going to describe it as like sometimes light, sometimes not light, okay? And I'm going to gently, if you're sensitive, go really gently with this visualization. We're going to take it, you don't have to use your hands, and we're going to remove it outside of your body, putting it up to the light, whatever that means to you. It might be the sky, but it's outside of your body. And what we're going to do is we're going to visualize this purifying. Okay, and so we're just seeing it circling, purifying. It's empty. Okay, it's now just pure white light. And we're going to ask it a question. Okay, what were you here to teach me? What were you here to teach me? And by using your intuition, what's the first thing that comes to you? I'm hearing like for me the power of prayer, the power of manifestation. So it doesn't have to make any sense, okay? And feel free to share what you get. What were you here to teach me? what your answer is. Because it's showing up in your hand or in your head for a reason. So everybody can share theirs. So creativity, calm, like that. Yeah. And for me, power of prayer and manifestation. Love yourself. That's a beautiful one, Carla. I really like that. And I'm sure it resonates, right? So as we take this beautiful new knowledge and wisdom, okay, we're going to now bring that knowledge and information back into your shape. Okay, so you've got your purified shape outside of your body. We're taking the knowledge and wisdom and putting it in it. I kid you not, I'm having this like pulsation, like this discomfort right here, right now. So I want to bring this positive energy that's purified now back into the body, wherever that shape was, just by using visualization and taking a few deep breaths. This might be the only deep breath exercises, deep breathing exercises you're doing all day. So really encourage this deep breath, okay? Notice if that feels lighter for you. Let me know. You know if that feels lighter for you. Yes, okay. So when I put the replay underneath YouTube after this is an exercise that you can repeat. These are some little examples of like in my membership group and programs and workshops and different tools that I find. It's basically called like transitioning blocks. Somebody might call it psychic surgery. We're moving energy, right? We're recognizing what's going on, and then we kind of feel later. We feel a lot lighter usually, but we also get that little bit of like reminder, right? Of what we need to do. That's why it's showing up. As we were talking about this earlier about how our physical body is communicating with the emotions and what's going on underneath. Because if you think about it, we've got all this physical, but think about what's really going on inside. There's a reason why we can't see the inside of our body. Because we'd probably freak out, right? But our body's always sending us signals and messages. So Bambi, that's I feel like an important one. Yeah, for you to kind of recognize. Because yours was creativity, right? So that's important for you probably to problem solve, right? This was a little creative exercise. Writing is creative. Uh, Baking is creative. Whatever you like to do. Painting is creative, right? And I think so, and it's making me feel emotional. Sometimes we, as somebody else who had the love yourself and the calm, I think sometimes we forget about, like we were saying, the passions and the importance of that childlike energy as we were talking about the inner child earlier, right? So you can tell the energies has shifted a little bit from some of the readings we were doing earlier, and now I want to speak more softly. So perhaps we needed a little bit of that. Okay, so if you want a free reading here, thank you for all the likes. So I want to make sure we give you some of those because you after every 2,000 likes we're doing a free giveaway. So I just want to make sure we're getting all of those in. Just put your name in the comments here, okay? A lot going on there. You're welcome. Feel free to resubscribe, Bambi, so you can continue to get more readings. All right, Lucy, we're going to do you, okay? Moon card with the King of Air, okay? The King talks about masculine energy and the thought process. So it's really important that you're being very specific with details right now, okay? And the reason why this is coming up is because it feels like sometimes you can be a little loosey goosey. And that's not a bad thing. It's okay to want to be like free spirited and feel free. But there are times where I feel like we need to tighten up the reins just a little bit and be more disciplined, that sort of thing. And actually, I was listening to a psychic medium that I listened to her readings on her podcast. Angela McClellan is her name. She's really great. For some reason, my throat's kind of closing up a little bit. So, um, she was getting distracted here for some reason. I don't know why that happened. It feels like I just got like a weird brain fart. Oh, organization is what she was talking about. That if you're not setting goals, at least prioritize organization for your year. That she feels like more people are going to be doing that. So I'm kind of getting the discipline, right? Um, because yes, we all strive for laid back, right? Because we don't want to be a perfectionist. We don't want to fixate, things like that. Um, but yeah, it's also okay to have like big dreams and big goals and be driven towards those, right? So I think, Lucy, if I were able to give you some type of support, it would be get together with other people that are supportive for you, that can help encourage you to stay on track and keep you accountable with things. So January 3rd, I'm doing an event. It's $29. Feel free to get into our group setting over Zoom, which is nice and interactive, so you can use the chat that way, but also gives you a chance to, if you want to come on the screen and talk about things and create a little bit more of that community, okay? I've never done it like this before, but we're doing theta healing and readings together, kind of like this, but again, I'll just be more intimate. And if all goes well, then I'm going to create more of those because they're affordable. And I was going to do a program starting up January 4th, but you have to commit to like the whole time. And this way, you can, if you want to join the event, you can. You get the replay. I think it'll be really helpful for people. And again, I can continue to do those things for people if you need that support where it's not expensive and it gives you some type of community setting. Okay. So last card here, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'm definitely going to finish up. I've been on here forever. This is talking about relationships and friendships here as well. So just as a general 2024 prediction, it feels like there's going to be a lot of heaviness, honestly. There's a lot of work involved with this year. I haven't done my actual 2024 reading underneath my YouTube channel yet, because today is just kind of like one of those days. But definitely tomorrow it will be up, and we can get the insight month to month for general for everyone. And if you want your personal one sent over to your email, please book through horsmanreadings.com for that. But it is going to be a really tough year for some people more than others, just because I'm seeing a lot of like heartbreak. Even though this is a beautiful card, it might be a loved one that passes or something like that. And I'm just kind of pre-warning you that it's probably going to be a tough year for quite a few people. For some reason, there's just been so much sickness in the world. So again, sometimes these are coming up for a reason to help prepare us for grief and that sort of thing. So what can I start doing now that can help support me for later? Is it more financial security? Is it making sure that I have my vacation days? Whatever it is, I don't know. A safe place to go if I need it. I'm not sure. But yeah, just going to end on that note, okay? So sending everybody so much love. Thank you so much for all the likes and the taps, and I really appreciate it. And the people that paid for their readings, my subscribers here. And again, the event's January 3rd. I'd love to see people come in. I'd love to see people support me, and also that I can support you. And again, if you don't want your face shown, that's not a big deal. These will be recorded as well. So again, you'll get the recording, VIP and pro level, and then the membership will also get the recording, just to let you know that it's recorded. All right, guys, talk to you later, and bye for now.